Show you a couple of the tools that I'm using to do this little job here. First off, I've got this, which is it's an old Wagner power steamer that I used basically to take off wallpaper, and this is the end of the tube that runs out, and that steams, as you can see right there. Runs out steam. And then I have a scraper. That's just a great gray soft plastic scraper that I got at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those places. And then this little scraper that I found on Amazon that comes with little plastic razor blades. You're going to want that, and then you're going to have a couple of towels. And then I've got this microfiber towel as well. Anyway, we're going to get started in this. You can see this is pretty messed up over here. I've already done this side, but I just wanted to kind of show you how I'm doing after getting to here. I've found probably the best and easiest, fastest way for me to get the rest of this off, because when it's this cracked, this is quite a task and it takes a lot. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to kind of show you, get started here, and show you how my method of how it's working very well for me. Then I'll do a little time lapse and you'll see it come off. All right, so basically what I'm doing is if you come in here a little bit, you can see this line right here is where I came up to, and that's where the beginning of the film starts. So what I'm going to do is basically take this steam and soften it up, and as you can see, it starts to peel off as it heats up. You can see that coming off. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this a little bit. You see all that stuff coming up? You want to kind of get it under there. And you can just feel it. It almost feels like wax coming up. But as you can see, it's taking it in. It'll still leave those lines in there, but you can, because that's just glue residue underneath of where the dirt got in through the cracks. But you can see it. And what I'll do is I'll pick a spot, and I'll just say I want to stop here. And what I'll do is I'll start heating it up and just slowly working from the edge. As you can see, it takes the stuff off. It doesn't get it completely clean, but it leaves that residue, all that residue breaking up. Usually, if you get it early enough, all this stuff will come up in one piece, but this stuff is so old that it cracked. It's totally deteriorated over the years. But anyway, as you can see, it's coming up. Okay, so I took it to about right here. Let me get a little bit more of this up. I'm going to take it right to that line there. You just want to, kind of let the steam and the heat do it. You can feel it soften up, and it just kind of peels away like wax. And you take all that, dump that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little time lapse and start taking more off, and then I'll get back to the next step that I use to get the glue stuff off. Now, as you can see, the front is where all that scratchy looking area is where the surface has been taken off, and it's roughed it up, and it's just basically the glue residue left, whereas all the film that's left is still pretty smooth looking. So you can kind of see where I stopped, and we'll take it from there. Okay, now as you can see, I've got all that clear coat stopped off, that whole waxy top off. But you can see how it's roughed up and all those lines. It looks like they're kind of smeared and stuff. It shows that the top coat's off and that it's getting down into the residue, the glue residue only on the hood. And now I'm going to move to the next step, which includes putting on the adhesive remover and scraping off all this gooky stuff. So we'll do that next. Okay, as you can see, what I'm going to be using is this 3M adhesive remover, which for me, it works pretty darn good. And there's other ones out there you can use, but I've found this one to work very, very well in this circumstance. And then I've got this little plastic razor blade. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this adhesive, and I've dried this off, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little area here just to kind of show you. You don't want to do too much. And then I'm just going to kind of let that sit for a second or two. And then I'm going to come in with this little scraper and just start slowly scraping that stuff off. And you'll see that it starts to get all gummy, which is a good sign. You just kind of you can feel the plastic just kind of coast over the finish in the car. You don't want to scratch it. You just want to take it slow. And as you see, all this stuff starts to come up. And this turns into a gummy gook. It may take a few times, to get it out to the bottom of it, but it does seem to work pretty darn good. As you can see, it's working up here, taking the top part off. Look at the difference already. And I'm just getting started. It's just the first run through, but you can see how it turns into like a gummy gook, like a bunch of rubber almost. And I'm going to go ahead and show you it's all this junk there, and I just dump it in to the junk pile. And I'm going to put this on time lapse again, and you can see how all this stuff is going to come off after a few tries. All right. Okay, now as you can see, most of that gook is up, but there's still, you can see there's still like some film and stuff on there. And at this point, what I like to do is just use that 3M adhesive and get yourself a nice lint-free like microfiber towel and come in and give it a good spray down and slowly get the rest of this stuff off. And then after it's done, give it a good wash and a wax, and ready to go. All right, I'm gonna clean the rest of this stuff up. It's getting up the last of that gunk. And there it is. No more of that cracked protective film. It's all nice. Now I just gotta go do a good wash and wax. And it's a done deal. All right, hope this helps. Thanks.